Welcome to Baking and Cooking with Emily and Bethany. I'm Emily, and today we are going to be comparing Pillsbury chocolate chip cookie dough pre-cut pieces with Nestle Toll House chocolate chip cookie pre-cut pieces. So let's get started. For today's episode, we have a guest appearance with Deborah, my mother, and our grandmother, Mary Ann. They're going to help us with the taste testing process of seeing which one is officially better, Nestle Toll House or Pillsbury. So here we go.
So the Pillsbury cookie dough was easier to break apart and lay out on the cookie sheet. It came apart a lot easier. And also, the Pillsbury dough is safe to eat raw, which my kids like to do a lot, and I've always told them no, it's not safe.
Okay, so with the Nestle Toll House, as she said, it was kind of harder to pull apart, as you also saw in the time lapse, as it took me longer to get them arranged on the cookie sheet. And both seem to be pretty squishy, nice and soft. And but it does kind of look like the Toll House might have more chocolate chips. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see whenever they're done cooking.
Okay, now it's time to put them in the oven.
Thank you, handy helper.
Oh my god.
Let me fix those for you since I'm a handy helper.
Thank God you're so video. Okay.
Okay.
Try this again.
Now it's time to put them in the oven.
As you can see, when we put them in the oven,
Siri set a timer for 12 minutes.
as you can see, when we put them in the oven, we made sure to keep them on the correct sides, noticing that Toll House is on the right and Pillsbury will be on the left. So as you can see, the cookies are done. So we're gonna get them out of the oven. Wow, look at that. After taking it out of the oven, what's your first observation? Well, as you can see, the Pillsbury are still a nice light cream color, and the Toll House remained a darker brown color. And just by looking at them, we can see that the Toll House definitely looks like it has more chocolate chunks than the Pillsbury. And the Pillsbury seem to have become a little bit larger than the Toll House did from their original size. So I guess now it's just time to let them sit for a while and then get to tasting. Alright, so we've each got our cookies here and we're ready to taste each one to see which one's better. And of course, to wash down our cookie and chocolatey goodness, we have a glass of milk. So here we go. I think I'm going to start with the Pillsbury cookie if everybody wants to sample some of that.
Gooey delicious.
Gooey delicious. It's light. If you like a crispier cookie, we recommend that you leave it in for longer than 12 minutes. I personally like mine gooey in the center, so that it's basically falling apart while I'm trying to pick it up. It's still got a pretty good chocolate chip to cookie ratio. Maybe mine just had a lot of chocolate chips in it. I thought it was pretty good though. Cleanse the palate. Alright, initial thoughts on the Pillsbury cookie?
Mine was perfect. Had plenty of chocolate chips. I like more cookie than chocolate chips.
Okay.
So
Mine was good. I like mine a little bit crispier on the edge and rundery in the middle, so I would have cooked it for a little bit longer, but it was good.
Okay.
Yes, it was good. I would have cooked mine a little bit longer too.
Alright. Now we're going to do the Nestle Toll House cookie.
What?
My initial thought is that the Nestle has something in addition to what the Pillsbury has. It's got like a little extra flavor there that's part of the cookie itself. Anyone want to take a stab at maybe identifying what that might be? Some type of spice or an extra bit of something else that would have been in the cookie, more vanilla maybe, I don't know.
It has way more chocolate.
Yeah, it does have more chocolate.
Texture-wise, how does it compare to the Pillsbury cookie?
It's not as light.
A little thicker, yeah.
Definitely,
More like a
a
brown.
it's got a little bit more grease in it almost, not in like
Yeah.
a bad way, but
Yeah, more
it does
buttery.
have, yes, a more buttery texture to it than that of the Pillsbury. A little bit heavier than the Pillsbury cookie. Chocolate chip ratio, how do you feel?
More chocolate chips.
There's definitely more chocolate chips. I would say like the Nestle Toll House one was almost more cakey than the Pillsbury.
More like a brownie
Yeah,
type.
Like a heavier, thicker consistency. Okay. Yeah. That's good. Does anyone have like initial reactions? Which one do you think you might like better?
I prefer the Nestle Toll House, the lighter cookie better.
That was the Pillsbury. The lighter one was the Pillsbury.
And the Pillsbury one.
Mom, which did you like better?
I don't know, there really didn't taste that much difference to me. The Toad House was a little bit more thicker, yes.
I don't know. At first, I thought I liked and I think I kind of do like the Pillsbury better. I would have to be in a really chocolate cookie mood to eat very many of the Toll House ones with a lot of milk.
Any more thoughts?
I probably like mine a little bit crispy. Not a whole lot, but a little bit.
I think I might like the Pillsbury one a little bit better. I think it's more like it's an easier cookie to eat at any time because it's not as heavy. There's a little bit less chocolate chips. But I do think if you're trying to pass off these cookies as your own, that the Nestle Toll House would be a more believable homemade cookie. That's just my thoughts on that. But yeah, either way, I think both cookies are pretty good.
Yeah.
For sure.
All right. Later, I think that we should let these cookies sit a little bit longer and maybe see how they taste not fresh out of the oven and kind of compare and see which cookie is better after it's cooled down. Because you definitely have a different consistency with the cookie once it's completely cooled down, no longer warm, no longer quite as gooey in the center. So, yeah, for sure. See you in a bit.
Yeah.
All right, so we're back. We've let the cookies cool completely. As you can see, you're able to pick them up without them completely falling apart, so that's pretty nice. They are still a little bit soft. They give a little bit when you squeeze them. So we're about to do our second taste test to see which one is better after the cookies have cooled.
I think we should do the Nestle Toll House first.
All right. I think I like the consistency of this cookie better after it's cooled.
Yeah.
I think there's the butteriness of it works a lot better, and just the consistency works better. I don't know, almost whenever it was like kind of falling apart, it was kind of gritty almost.
Yeah.
In a way, I don't know if you felt that. That's kind of how I
Yeah.
felt about it. But with it cooled down like this, I think that it definitely has a better texture. Still think that it has like a really great like homemade kind of taste to it, or more convincing that it
Yeah.
was homemade rather than like a perfect cookie with everything, you know, because whenever you bake something yourself, you know, you might get a little bit too much flour, or like maybe there's a little extra sugar or something else in it. So
Yeah. It's almost like they have a little bit more brown sugar in it than normal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Pillsbury next.
I don't know, this one's just like the consistency that's the word, isn't as gritty. It's like more smooth, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. This one, the chocolate chips were also still like really
Melted.
yes.
So
When I
gooey.
pulled it apart, like there was still like
Yeah,
a lot of gooiness to the chocolate chip.
definitely. I mean, I'd say I'm biased because like this is the kind of Pillsbury's what I eat when I'm snacking at midnight doing homework, and so.
Definitely a different texture to the dough. This one's a little bit more crunchy.
Yeah.
Do you feel it's a little bit more crunchy? I don't know. It might just been like the location of this cookie on the pan. Like if it was, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I think
Closer
that
to the heat source.
The Pillsbury probably has like more flour in it than the Nestle Toll House.
Okay. Yeah.
It could also be like, because like I said before, like the Nestle Toll House could possibly have more brown sugar, which could cause the darker color, and the flour could cause the lighter color in the
Definitely,
Pillsbury.
yeah. So after the cookie has cooled, which do you think? Do you still feel the same way about yours, or?
I would still prefer the Pillsbury to the
Okay.
Nestle Toll House. So, how about you?
Yeah, I think I still prefer the Pillsbury. Just because there is that like bit of aftertaste with the Toll House that is, I can't quite put my finger on it. Maybe it's brown sugar, maybe it's there's more butter in it, but like it's definitely got a flavor there at the end that has continued to be there from the time that it was freshly out of the oven, and then this time whenever it's cooled down. So
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's a great cookie, but I think the next time that I go to buy cookies, I'll probably go Pillsbury. Just for the sake of it. So yeah.
I think Nestle Toll House is more of like a buy the Nestle Toll House chocolate chips and make your own, not a buy our pre-made and heat them up.
That's very true, yeah.
So.
All right, hey guys, we're back. Last night we did the cookie taste test, and the cookies have now sat a full day and are completely cooled, and we've brought in a guest for taste testing. This is my dad, Bruce. So he's gonna taste each of the cookies and tell us which one he likes best, and just kind of describe the cookies a little bit to us. So first we have the Nestle Toll House. Initial thoughts?
I like mine cooked a little bit harder. So I know you all like them raw.
Yes. Dad likes a burnt cookie.
Burnt cookie, yes. There's nothing better than a burnt cookie.
So,
Well, that one's not bad.
okay, he likes the Toll House. That's the palette. Now we have the Pillsbury chocolate chip cookie. Again, he's gonna prefer it cooked longer.
I think I like the Toll House better.
Chocolate chip to cookie ratio, which one has more chocolate chips, you feel?
I think the Toll House did.
That's what we thought so as well.
But the Toll House has something else in it.
We thought that as well. If you were to try and pass one of these cookies off as a homemade cookie, which one would you think would be more successful?
Probably this one here.
That's what our thoughts were as well.
Maybe molasses?
Molasses.
Something.
Texture-wise, how are the cookies different?
I ain't noticing a difference.
You-
Texture-wise.
Texture-wise different.
It's hard to tell when they're raw.
Alright. Any other comments you'd like to make on the cookies?
No, they're good.
You're good?
Okay.
Alright, I'm Emily,
And I'm Bethany.
and thanks for joining us on today's episode.
See you next time.